All right, everybody. Good afternoon to you. What is up? Welcome to another edition of the Dan E Show. I'm your host, Dan Cody, and this is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. I hope you guys enjoyed AEW's Full Gear last night. I usually come immediately after I see it, but been doing some other fun stuff, so I'm a little I'm gonna come a little bit later. But I think everyone's still talking about it, so let's get into it. I'm not going to give you a full review on it. I'm just going to give you a couple of my quick thoughts. And that is this: first and foremost, I won't be saying all of the matches in every order, but I'm just going to give you a thought. First off, congratulations to Joe, who obviously won two titles last night. Um, but let's talk about the stuff that I found very interesting. The first thing is this: I really enjoyed that trios challenge, that trios match between Pac and the Lucha Brothers versus the returning Elite. I have to say, I was very surprised by the results, but nonetheless, it was a five-star match, in my personal opinion. The thing that got me at the beginning was how fans were chanting Freak CM Punk. Freak CM Punk. Freak CM Punk. I was like, wow. Just wow. I did not see that coming at all because we all know at the press conference that took the spotlight off of MJF, keep MJF in mind, Punk went on a parade attacking Adam Page, Colt Cabana, who is also in AEW, and then he went for the Elite and said that they couldn't, their EVPs, executive vice presidents, the Elite is, and they can't manage a target. He just attacked the living heck out of him. And so fans went in chanting, forget CM Punk. Nonetheless, the match was good. I was surprised that Pac and the Lucha Brothers won the match. I was really expecting um, the Elite to come back, put on a great match, and win. But it wasn't to be that way. But it was still a great match. And I wonder, I don't think the Lucha Brothers are going to turn heel, but I think Pac's going to go to being actual heel again because he kept pushing one of the guys to use that hammer. Just but at first they weren't going for it, but they went for it again. Speaking of using the hammer, Swerve should not have slapped Keith Lee. I thought Keith was going to kill Swerve for slapping Keith Lee in that tag match with the Scissors guys and Daddy Butt, Daddy Booty. I'm gonna say Daddy Booty, but Billy Gunn. That was also a good match. I enjoyed that one also. I think the trios one was better, but I enjoyed that match also with the acclaimed winning, defeating Swerve in the Glory, but Keith Lee refusing to take the crooked way out, and Swerve slapped him, and Keith was saying, I could kill you right now. I really could, but I'm not going to kill you. But I'm going to let the acclaim cut your butt in half. And they did. They ended up winning the match. So Keith Lee is still going to stay babyface, but Swerve is going heel for sure. Also, great match between Paige. No, Soraya. I'm used to her being Paige. But great match between Soraya and Britt Baker. DMD. I still love saying that. But in any event, it was a great match. I don't. It was heelish of Britt to toss Soraya in front of her brother like that. But hey, she's still somewhat of a heel, even though she's a heel that people like and they love to do that DMD thing with. Nonetheless, it was a great match, and Paige won that match. That was her first match in AEW. Glad for her that she won. Four-way match: Jericho and his guy Sammy Guevara with Cesaro, now known as Claudio, and Brian Danielson, who switched his name around a little bit when he left WWE for AEW. Great fatal four-way match. And of course, Chris Jericho won the match. And one of the Ring of Honor commentators said that Jericho is not obviously a wrestler of honor because of the way he won it when he defeated Claudio many weeks ago in New York. But nonetheless, that was also a great match as well. But let's talk about the main event. First off, good match, no doubt. It was a good match. But come on, guys. You had to see this coming. The guy kept saying, I'm the devil. The greatest trick the devil ever committed was to convince the world he didn't exist. I have a saying that the second greatest trick the devil ever committed was convincing the world he was not a big deal. But here's the other greatest trick, because the devil has obviously, me growing up in a spiritual environment, they tell you to watch out for that devil. And one of the things, another great trick that my spiritual background raised me to believe is that the devil was your friend. That is the second greatest trick the devil ever committed. Was no, that's the third one. Now I think that was the second one. The second greatest trick the devil ever committed was convincing the world that he was their friend. And if you don't believe me, ask that young lady who took her so-called friends to Mexico. That's why you got to be careful who you take on a trip with you. Thoughts and prayers to her and the victim's family, because that just absolutely sucks. There's nothing worse than having somebody make you think they're for you and they're actually not. But with MJF, it was a case of I wanted to believe he was going babyface, but I could not put it past him to do something heelish last night, because when the Acclaimed attacked him, I said to myself, either he's a babyface for real or this is a master plan. I kid you not. I said to myself, this got to be a master plan to get us all to buy into MJF. Not to mention, he did CM Punk off air when he talked about AEW when he saved Moxley this past Wednesday. So he's got everybody just buying into him. And something on the side of me was saying, I don't know. Something tells me that what he did with the firm was a master plan. So I had a feeling that MJF might have been up to something sneaky, because he's been warning us, I'm the devil, and the devil is not our friend. What I did not expect was that William Regal was in on it. That I did not expect at all. But come on, guys. You had to think MJF had something up his sleeve. It's like there's someone had a wise saying: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. MJF told y'all he was the devil. He told you. I mean, the only reason, with all due respect, Randy Orton hadn't turned on Riddle was because he got injured. Someone said on a news report that it was scheduled on script for Randy to turn on Riddle. Is that true? I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past Randy Orton, because you don't trust the snake. Trusting a snake is like trusting R. Kelly with your 16-year-old daughter. Just kidding. But in any event, I had something in me knew MJF was up to something. I just thought it was a master plan by the firm. I didn't think William Regal was in it. But nonetheless, great match. But MJF has finally achieved what he wanted, and he is AEW World Champion, and he told y'all he was the devil. The second greatest trick the devil ever committed was convincing the world that he was your friend. He got some of y'all, but I was conscious that there was something going on, but he got the rest of y'all. He didn't get me. He didn't get me. I had a feeling something was up, but he got some of y'all. But that's all the time I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed AEW Full Gear last night. I'm your host, Daniel Cody. That's all the time I have. And I'll be back with another review on all things wrestling. He straight got y'all. Straight got you.